Okay, today we're going to work on Big Tasty a little bit. This is a future project, along with still working on Big Poppy. Eventually we're going to slam it down to the ground and make it look really cool, because every truck I've ever owned has been lowered. This is my son's, so we'll be working on it. It's the turbo 4-cylinder. You've seen the previous video, we put a custom exhaust on it. Today we're going to do something that's taken 2 years to get. An AFE cold air intake. Now some people say they increase horsepower, they don't increase horsepower. They probably do a little bit, only because the more air you can get into the motor, the better it performs. So that's what this does. So follow along, we're going to put this on. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay, like I said, we've been waiting 2 years for this thing to come out. Now, we haven't had it on order that long. We've just been waiting for it. This is the AFE. It had the best reviews. It's well built. Got it on Summit for President's Day sale. Got it all, money off, a sale, another sale. So we got it for like $376 with tax. It's normally over $400. Seems very well built, and we'll see how easy it is to get on. Most car guys will enjoy this. It comes with a ton of stickers. There's actually some more missing. We done stuck them around someplace on my hot rod door. But I guess we're going to see how hard this is to put on. Here we go. Okay, apparently you will need to read the instructions. This thing is extensive crap you got to take off and put back on to put on. And then you're going to use some parts and bushings I saw from the old one onto the new one for at least the AFE, sorry. Start all over. Okay, I do suggest you read the instructions first. There's a lot of stuff you have to take off and be careful of taking off. And you're going to use some parts, at least on the AFE, you're going to use some bushings and some stuff like that on the new one from the old one. So, here we go. First part, take this air intake off. And it takes a couple people, because you have to kind of worm its way out of there. That first.
I knew it was taking it off. I should have locked the other thing too.
That's alright. That's alright. Alright, on to the next thing. Now we gotta take the main air intake off.
Look at the little horn.
And okay. You might want to get a step stool unless you're like 7 feet tall. First thing is to get these sensors and all that unplugged, which is a fun job. I do recommend not pulling on the wires. Somehow you get these off. Nope, that ain't it. Let's see.
And it looks like it's, I don't know if it's working. I clicked the button.
Here it is. Okay, so when you take this, it's like a vent tube off. Be very careful with it. There's no instructions to show you how to take it off. You push up from the underneath and it pulls right out. Okay, there's 2 connectors right here. The one in silver tape is very hard to get out. It's got a clip you pull out and you just got to squeeze it, and it's hard. This other one, the other one right there is an air valve, so you're supposed to squeeze in them gray sides. So it's a job. It really is. It's not easy. One thing the instructions don't say is you got to get a long extension on a 7mm socket and take the turbo inlet hose off. Instructions don't mention that. Okay, we finally got it out. Be warned, there are wire ties hidden all over the place on this that you'll have to cut to get out. Once you get them out, it pops out easy. On to the next job. You will also need to pull this air tube, which is connected here. You'll have to disconnect it and pull it out as well. Doesn't say that in the instructions either. And there is another wire tie on the box hidden kind of down in here somewhere. You get it half out, you can cut it, thing pops right out. All right, well, it's on. Chevy didn't leave hardly any room to pull these wires out of any of these harnesses. So you got to be really creative with this one right here and be very careful that you don't break it, but it will go back on. Everything else looks good. About to test it. Now there's a plug that goes in here that covers this hole, but the instructions say for maximum performance, leave that plug out so it can draw more air in. So, take all the tools out of the way. We're gonna see how it sounds. You may not be able to hear it, but you can hear the turbo a little bit better. So give us a minute, we're gonna take it for a ride. Here we go, we're gonna see if this does any better. Turbo whistle a little bit more, maybe a little bit more of the exhaust for some reason. Does it seem torquier or better? Or better torquier. Better throttle response, maybe a little bit. That's cool. So it does help some. Moreover, it gets more air into the engine. More air, better breeze, better runs. So I call that a success.